Hello, my name is Yupeng Chang, and this is Shadow Task 7. So for Shadow Task 7, we are implementing the interaction system by line tracing. And so here we have our collectible item that we can interact with by line tracing it. And as you can see in the top left, it said collected, and then it destroyed itself. So that's what it would do that's what it's currently coded to do for when it does interact, when the player interacts with the collectible item. So getting into it, first we made the input action, which is interact, and similar to how we created the jump button, it is just a boolean saying is this pressed or not. And then inside the mapping context, we assigned it the button E so that whenever the player presses E, we are saying that this is what this is interacting. And so aside from that, we made a new blueprint, specifically an interface that is attached to the player and allows the player to broadcast a message out to anything that that it hits with its line trace. So and that would make more sense when I get to the player code. But essentially, in the blueprint interface, we just want to broadcast a message and have the listeners be able um, to uh, to essentially function off of that event. So um, so that's pretty much it for the interface, the interact interface inside the player blueprint and inside of the collectible item. So we have to assign, we have to implement you have to actually add the, let's see, where is it? Interface. That's not it. Oops. Where did I leave it? Um, it's in this one. I apologize. So let's get to here. So every time we press E, we are drawing a line trace from the player's camera. So from the player camera's location to however far we want it to be, and that for us is the draw distance being 400 units away. So whenever we press E, um, being start specifically because um, untriggered means you're holding it down and it's happening more than once. So this is being repeated. And so I only want it to happen once every time the player presses the interact key, and so that's what started does. So it only happens once. So it draws a line trace. It draws a line trace that is 400 units long in the direction that the player's camera is facing. And anything that is hit will get registered. And so we are looking for hit actors specifically, and um, and from those actors, we want to broadcast a message from the player. We want to broadcast to those hit actors the interact message, and the hit actor being the collectible item. The collectible item with the with the implemented interface, BPI interface, BPI interact. They will essentially be listening for that event, the event interact, and then um, pretty much run the rest of their code. So the rest of the code for the interact item is just printing out the string collected and then destroying itself. Um, so if we wanted to add, for example, a UI with tracking score or tracking how many coins are collected, this is where we would do the code for that for to do the system to do like the adding score or whatnot, and then uh, possibly implementing that into the user interface or doing all of that inside the user interface. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much just telling just the player sending out a message and the collectible item being able to receive that message is what the interface is doing, and that's pretty much it.